this, for this government and for the country. I mean, honestly, it's a privilege, for me. I think it would be a privilege for any Pakistani who, wherever they sit in the world or whether they sit in Pakistan, to do something for the country. And so for me, this was, it was a no-brainer. It was a big personal decision. It was a big personal sacrifice because आपने एक सारी जिंदगी एक certain तरीके से गुजारी होती है, and I'd led my life with a fair amount of privacy and comfort, and I had a certain trajectory ahead of me, and sort of giving that up for a fair amount of public scrutiny, and those were the tough decisions. But the decision to come and do something for the country, even if I can, in my very little capacity, move the needle a tiny bit, that to me has always been a no-brainer. And I've been at this. I mean, I was involved with the Organization of Pakistani Entrepreneurs in North America for many years. I helped start 2 of their chapters in the US. So this has been a journey I've been on for 2 decades of my life. And, to get the chance to do it from the center is to me a privilege. So I'm here because of that. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if it answers your question directly, but it's just as simple as that. It's, again, I look at it, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Okay, now we'll dig deeper into this maybe a little later. But tell me, you quit your job, a great job that you had, moved here, decided to build Digital Pakistan, and many people question, without a single resource. I mean, right in the beginning when you came here, it wasn't as if it was spelled out that you would be given, that many people so much money to spend in order to make this happen. Was that wise?
देखिए, wise or unwise के ऊपर तो मैं comment नहीं करूँगी. Did it feel like the right decision for me to jump in at the time? Yes. So I am one of those people who, I follow my gut and I follow my heart. Anything new always starts small. So if you think about, when you talk about, Digital Pakistan at a national level, it's the Prime Minister's vision. Of course, it wasn't going to have any resources associated with it because it was a new thing. There's amazing work going on, but when you talk about sort of overall having an overarching strategy at a national level, that vision itself had to be, had to start somewhere. And the starting point was in December when the Prime Minister came out and announced it. The one very good piece of advice I got very early on was that अगर तो आप वेट करेंगे ना कि परफेक्ट आपके लिए जी रेड कार्पेट बिछेगा और आपको इतनी बड़ी टीम मिलेगी और इतने पैसे मिलेंगे पब्लिक सेक्टर में, ये नहीं होने वाला. तो यू विल कीप वेटिंग एंड दैट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. तो अगर करना है तो डू इट एंड एक्चुअली you will have to pave the path yourself. And it was very good advice because again, as I mentioned, the decision that was harder was more on the personal side. करना क्या था, professionally, that was a no-brainer कि करना है, चाहे resources हो या ना हो. देखिए, it's my job to figure out कि इस vision को realize किस तरह करना है. How do I work? Who do I need to work with? Which private sector players do I pull in together? Which public sector organizations do I need to work closely with? That's part of my job. But to expect that all of that would be figured out, and handed to me on a platter, it's, frankly, I think that's, I mean, you work with startups day in and day out. Any new thing starts with a lot of ambiguity, with a lot of uncertainty. So wise का तो मैं नहीं कह सकती, that I'll leave to you and to others to judge कि वो wise था या नहीं, but it did feel like the right decision and it continues to feel like the right decision.
Okay, so maybe it will become clearer to a lot of people if you tell us what you've been up to since December, or was it February? Where have you been? What have you been doing? And what stage are you at right now with this Digital Pakistan initiative?
Ji. So let me just talk through. I'm glad you asked the question. We announced, the Prime Minister announced, along with us in December, we announced this sort of vision. There were 5 key pillars, if you remember: access and connectivity, digital infrastructure, e-government, digital skills and literacy, and innovation and entrepreneurship. And these were sort of underlined horizontally with strong policy and strong cybersecurity. After that got launched in December, I had to naturally take some time to start to familiarize myself with both the public and the private sector stakeholders. Private sector में मेरी फिर भी, because of the previous many years I had spent working through Google in Pakistan, I had very good connections. I knew people like you and people like yourself. And so, that network I had, and I had to sort of start to cultivate that. But public sector, I had to familiarize myself. So what time laga? Here it took me 1 or 2 months to actually, get myself formally notified, in the current role that I'm in. So my notification actually happened at around the end of February. I had been working on it for the past couple of months, but things in government take a little bit of time. अब आपको याद होगा कि कोरोना का पहला केस पाकिस्तान में कब आया था? It was in the 23rd or 26th February, if I'm not mistaken. So the timing of these things was literally like this. We were suddenly, before we knew it, we were in the middle of a pandemic. And all of us knew that just our healthcare sector just did not have the capacity to deal with something like this. We were seeing hell break loose all over the world. And personally, I was incredibly excited to get started on the 5 pillars, but there was no question in my mind that if, me being one person, but also anybody else who was helping me out at the time, if we could do anything in the short term to help during this pandemic, then we should do it. So we sort of just jumped in, and even somewhat successful against COVID-19, have all leveraged data to get there. And in Pakistan, we fundamentally needed to get our data flow right to be able to actually provide a view to have to do any data-driven decision making. So we literally just, honestly, we were very small. It was me and a number of volunteers with me, and we just sort of aankhein band karke jumped in, and we've spent the last 3 or 4 months actually helping out in the COVID response. We have done, and I'm happy to go into detail later if you want in that, but we've done everything from trying to figure out how do we get a national view of what's happening. So the daily reporting you see every day, whether it's on Dawn or anywhere else, there was a lot of work that went into figuring out how do we plug in all the data sources from the various provinces to actually give the NCOC a national level view of what's happening. Testing kitni ho rahi hai, positives kidhar aa rahe hain log, oxygen ki kya situation hai, hospitals mein kidhar hospitals hain, unme kitne ventilators hain. We did not even have a baseline when we started. So there's been a lot of, and the list goes on and on. Education ke andar we jumped in, we realized, oh my God, like the problem of 18 million children out of school is now just going to get compounded with schools, not functional. So I'm happy to get, if you want me to do that right now, I'm happy to sort of list the details of the projects, the things that we've launched, what we've helped with. But we had rolled up our sleeves and said, look, jitna bhi zarurat hai, we will go and do this. And yes, short term, it takes us away from those 5 pillars. Interestingly enough, we've actually discovered that doing this has helped us figure out कि उन 5 pillars में भी specifically क्या-क्या काम करने की ज़रूरत है. So just to give you an example, access and connectivity में we started, again, because of the pandemic, we've started fighting for a reduction in taxes. So पहले से, again, it was a very clear goal कि हमें not only low-end smartphones पे taxes reduce करने की ज़रूरत है, but आपको internet services or data पे, we are one of the highest taxed countries in the world. Even if you compare us to our neighbors, we're almost 2 times higher in terms of how much we tax. And again, this very well. So, we started getting involved in those things, and those very neatly actually fit in. वो intent COVID को fight करना था, but it sort of neatly plugged into the 5 pillars as well. Same thing with infrastructure.
Have you had any success in doing that? Because I know those are areas of concern for the tech sector as well as the startup ecosystem. That phones are more expensive. There's duty on it.
Yes.
Also that the internet connectivity is expensive. Mobile telephony is expensive. So what progress have you made in that area?
So look, on smartphones, we were able to get a reduction on the under $100 smartphone. And this was quite early on in terms of at least the policy was agreed upon and passed. Okay, under $100 smartphone में roughly 45% reduction taxes में आया था. Obviously, उसकी implementation is a whole other thing. But we did actually manage to get that push. और उसके अंदर बहुत orchestration लगी थी. This was, working with the finance ministry, the IT ministry, FPR, PTA. So it took a lot of sort of, bringing all the stakeholders together. Since then, we have also been pushing for sort of a similar reduction on the withholding tax at a minimum on on data and on internet services as well. Because again, that's, when you talk about access, there are two key components, right? There's access, the quality of access and sort of how wide spread your networks are, but also the affordability. And the affordability is something that is very clearly in the state's control, in the government's control. Obviously, how, as you start to get to actual physical infrastructure, there you then need to, figure out what your telecom operators are doing, etc. So progress here, is it as fast as it needs to be? No. Is it as fast as personally I would like it to be? No, but there is actually massive amounts of focus on this. So just earlier, a couple of days earlier, I was sitting down with a team from Gilgit-Baltistan. और वहाँ पे आपको पता ही होगा अगेन कि वहाँ पे तो जो एक्सेस की सिचुएशन है, वहाँ पे स्कूल्स भी बंद हो गए हैं. Students are coming out on the streets saying, look, we can't, you're saying go do your classes and exams online, we can't get online. और अगर करते भी हैं तो मतलब, so we are
smaller cities, even urban areas that are not so developed in the larger cities where access is not that easily available. वहाँ पे तो बहुत शिकायत है पेरेंट्स को भी, स्टूडेंट्स को भी, कि कैसे सीखें.
और मसला यही है ना, मैं अगर आप एजुकेशन के ऊपर देखें तो पार्ट ऑफ द रीजन हमने वी वर्क वेरी क्लोजली विद द एजुकेशन मिनिस्ट्री एंड मिनिस्टर साहब ने, शफकत महमूद साहब एंड हिज टीम ओवर द लास्ट नाउ 3 months. They were in the middle of launching something called Teleschool, which was basically they took content and they put it on television. तो एक तो सबसे बड़ी चीज उस पर ये थी कि हमने उनको यही उनके साथ भी बैठ के, one of his big concerns also was कि भाई television is a one-way form of communication. आपको फीडबैक कैसे मिलेगी, बच्चे देख रहे हैं या नहीं देख रहे, उनको समझ आ रही है, are they able to remember that content, are they able to, if they're tested on it, do they remember it? So we helped them launch an SMS feedback system, which now actually thousands of families have signed on to, which allows us both to collect feedback back from parents, but also allows us to send things like quizzes, etc. through SMS. The other thing we're also now doing is we're taking all of that content that they've put on television and we're bringing it onto a digital portal, so that it's sort of, again, mapped back to class. This is K through 12. So mapped back to the classes and the curriculum. People are going to be able to go, and at least the people who are connected. So I think ये बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ें हैं, and again, we need to talk about them a little bit more. And I think again, that's I'm glad that you're asking me these things, because we've sort of just been heads down and saying कि भाई जो हो सकता है करो. तो एजुकेशन में काम हुआ है, हेल्थ में आपको मैंने कुछ चीजें बताई हैं, उसके अलावा I mean there are a number of things, communication, awareness, data की मैंने आपसे बात की है, setting baselines, just, and every day there are new sets of challenges that are coming up that we're again trying to tackle with whatever resources we have, and the resources are largely voluntary right now.
So that was going to be my next question, is how are you doing all this? How large is the team? And these are things that come to all our minds when we see that you are taken on such a huge initiative. How are you going to do it? And of course, everybody wants you to succeed, but they're wondering, how are you doing? No, I think, how many people are involved? Who's taking care of what?
That's a great question. The beauty of Digital Pakistan, Jahan, is that it's a vision and it's an initiative that's honestly largely been driven by citizens, entirely by citizens to date. And अभी तक जिन चीजों की मैंने आपसे बात की है, और आपने देखा होगा जो the things that we've telehealth में काम हुआ है, जो भी काम हुआ है, all of these milestones have been achieved by scores of people who have stepped up. These are individuals, volunteers who have taken time off their jobs, who have said, look, it doesn't matter whether structure bana hua hai, nahi bana hua, hum aapke help karenge. Also by companies. Companies have given, private sector mein, companies have stepped up and said, look, we want to help. हम आपको अपनी सर्विसेज फ्री देने के लिए तैयार हैं. अब मैं आपको अगर लिस्ट करनी शुरू करूं, वो लिस्ट इतनी लंबी है उन कंपनीज की, और आई नो दैट क्वेश्चन होता है कि रीच आउट क्या है पब्लिक प्राइवेट सेक्टर के साथ रीच आउट. आई मीन दैट लिस्ट ऑफ कंपनीज, अगर मैं आपको थैंक करना शुरू करूं और लिस्ट को, तो इट विल टेक मी अ लॉन्ग टाइम. बट टेली हेल्थ कंपनीज हैं, सेहत कहानी, बीमा, उन्होंने फ्री सर्विसेज कोविड में दी हैं. There are engineering firms like Venture Dive and Vision X, and again, they've given us engineering like teams and said, look, they'll help you out. Just go build what you need to. That's how we ended up building the government's telehealth platform. So,
But Anya, is there a process for doing this? Because you know how we are in Pakistan, when even though all these companies, and I know them personally, are doing this out of the goodness of their hearts, a lot of people say कि हाँ ठीक है इनको तो access मिल गया है, पैसे तो नहीं ले रहे होंगे मगर इनकी वो पब्लिसिटी हो रही है, इनका access to government is much closer. तो ये सवाल लोगों के दिमाग में आते हैं. तो is there a process that you have defined for people reaching out to you for the kind of companies that you work with? Is it transparent? These are questions that are, you know, being discussed on social media and also in person when people are chatting. So maybe you can clear that up. How is this being done?
Yeah. देखिए, जहाँ as far as ये जो pandemic में response का सवाल है, we are working very closely with so I sit as part of this body called the NCOC. Right. So I work very closely with the health ministry as well as with the Prime Minister's focal person on COVID. जो needs हैं, so there I sort of look at them as the clients. ठीक है, वहाँ पे need उधर से identify होती है. जब need identify होती है, we play the role of helping and saying, okay, we think this can be done. Let's try and figure out how it can be done. As a, इस वक्त NCOC itself doesn't have a budget कि वो जाके लोगों को इस वक्त पे करे. तो the way somebody is able to fulfill the need, like let's give it a shot and try, because इस वक्त ऐसी situation है कि हम अगर tendering processes में लगेंगे ना, so because it's a national emergency, actually even जो government के अपने rules हैं, मैं आपको उन चीजों की बात कर रही हूँ जिसपे procurement involved है. So remember, there is no procurement involved here right now. These are free services. There's nothing, like nobody's getting anything from it. Yes, they may get a thank you from me on Twitter, which I don't know how much that counts for, but that's really about it. People are doing this, they are doing it out of the goodness of their heart, and I will encourage people to sort of take a step back and remember the type of situation we are in right now. अगर आप इस वक्त, there is a reason कि पेपरा के rules अलग हुए हुए हैं. So NDA में जब NDA में activate होता है, the National Disaster Management Authority, that basically allows कि आप disaster के अंदर जाके चीजें जल्दी कर सकें. Because अगर आप government के tendering process और procurement rules में लगेंगे, तो फिर तो भूल जाए ना, you can't actually get anything done. And there is a reason that whole structure exists during this time. So I would like, देखिए जो आप बात कर रही हैं वो I completely understand कि moving forward इस emergency से निकल आया, when you come out of this emergency, absolutely there has to be a process. देखिए, I mean ultimately I work for the government. I have to follow basic government rules of business to get anything done. Otherwise, I'm not here to try and sort of bend any rules that the government has set out, and neither will I do that. So, is emergency ke duran, when I see questions and conversations like these happen, thoda sa, main aapko personally batau, I get, it's discouraging to all these people, both people and companies who have offered their services for free, because the reality is we have to remember the environment and why they're doing this. And frankly, if they're going to get a little bit of a thumbs up or a thank you, I'm happy to do that, and I'm happy to do that for far more people. And frankly, I'm just one person. अगर मुझसे किसी को thank you मिल जाएगा, it's not going to change their life. तो I think ये थोड़ी सी बात याद करने की जरूरत है कि हर चीज को हर कोई गलत इंटेंट से नहीं देखना चाहिए. Especially at a time like this, we have gone through so many disasters in the past, and Pakistanis are amazing during these times in terms of stepping up and thinking beyond themselves. So let's remember, let's get ourselves out of this emergency. Let's get ourselves out of this disaster. And absolutely, you should be asking these questions to, anything. There have to be clear and transparent processes for selecting anyone for anything.
Okay. So let me try and understand this. So you don't have any dedicated staff and office, any secretarial assistance that the government has provided you. I'm not talking about the volunteers, meeting areas, stuff like that, because people are also looking at infrastructure that you need to function. So the government has not provided.
So I sit in the Prime Minister's Secretariat, where I have an office, and I have access to the Prime Minister's Secretariat. I also have some support staff that the cabinet provides, all specialists, all SAPMs. So these are people who help me, like private secretary, etc. This is staff that the cabinet provides. So I have that. That was aligned to me when I started, when I was notified as an SAPM. So I have that. I have the ability to have meetings in the Prime Minister's Secretariat. So I absolutely have that. That exists. So वो ऐसा नहीं है. I think I get the sense that you're trying to ask me another question. But so that exists. So I would absolutely like to clarify that. But I think the thing to point out is that Digital Pakistan itself is not a ministry. Okay? It's not a division. और तो उसके नीचे उस तरह का स्ट्रक्चर जो आप जिस तरह की बात कर रही हैं, that does not exist. Now again, I'll go back to what I answered earlier, that it's a new thing. So if you remember the timing of it, I got notified end of February, COVID started. So we just have, pretty much the whole government machinery has been caught up in responding to the crisis. So it does not mean that there will not be anything there. It's just that is the situation that exists right now.
Okay. Now, have you been in touch with any of the key players in the IT and telecom sector to come to your assistance? Because there have been questions there as well that has she contacted, whether it's Pasha, whether it is the telecom companies, whether it's other tech sector communities. Have you been in touch with any of them to come to your assistance, especially since you don't have a budget and they are sort of specialists in this area?
देखिए जी, as I mentioned, pretty much everything that I've been able to do has actually been with the help of the private sector. So मैंने आपको जो companies list करनी शुरू की थी, I regularly talk with the telecom sector regularly. I regularly meet with the regulator, PTA, with the Ministry of IT, and at multiple levels. So in fact, I have a WhatsApp group with all the telecom CEOs. So we talk very regularly because we all देखिए जो 5 pillars की बात करते हैं, I think we all know कि अगर उसमें से पहला pillar, which is access and connectivity, if we don't make progress there, which is where the telecom operators are the key stakeholders, if we don't make progress there, a lot of everything else that we talk about becomes irrelevant. So improving access and connectivity is critical. It is core. So I'm absolutely very regularly in touch. The areas where we need to make progress. I mean, let's talk about the industry for a second, and why we have been in touch. We all know that there is a large amount of money that is locked in license renewals in the telecom industry. Okay, एक वो बहुत बड़ी चीज है that where we need to help the private sector out. We need to help unlock that. ताकि when you think about the future, you have to think about both. I mean, this is a win-win, by the way, for everyone. It's a win-win because the government gets more revenue, because there's currently there's this, for those of you who are familiar with the telecom industry, there's been this sort of battle almost going on in court. 2 साल से उस बात पे चीजें फंसी हुई है, तो उसको रिजॉल्व करना जरूरी है. अब उसके अंदर दिस इज अ मल्टी स्टेक होल्डर रेजोल्यूशन. स्पेक्ट्रम और स्पेक्ट्रम ऑक्शनिंग की बात आती है, उसके ऊपर रेजोल्यूशन करनी जरूरी है. राइट ऑफ वे के ऊपर रेजोल्यूशन करनी जरूरी है. सो देयर इज अ वेरी लॉन्ग लिस्ट ऑफ थिंग्स वेयर आई हैव एक्टिवली बीन इन टच विद पीपल. नाउ देखिए, आप जो आई थिंक बात कह रही हैं उसके अंदर मैं अगेन आपको यही कहूंगी कि I would not really have gotten anything done had I not been in touch with the private sector. So private sector players who have stepped up to help, and individuals who have stepped up to help, are actually the reason we have been able to deliver the few things that we have been able to deliver. So I'll say that itself is proof enough in terms of what my interaction with the private sector has been.
Okay. So one of the things that has been very controversial, especially for the last few days, has been this topic of Digital Pakistan versus Digital Pakistan Foundation. Yeah. And whether there is a conflict of interest, and why is the foundation being set up, and why are you the chairperson? So would you like to comment on that? Tell us exactly what the role of the Digital Pakistan Foundation is, and involved, and what role will it play in Digital Pakistan?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think those of you who have been in touch with me for many months, you have heard me talk about this for a long time. So look, when you try to do something new and something different, the most critical thing when you're talking about, especially Pakistan jaise mulk mein, the most critical thing to solve for is human resource. जब तक आप नई चीजें इनोवेशन की बात नहीं करेंगे और आप थिंग्स इन अगेंस्ट particularly अगर आपने चीजों को चेंज करना है, हम नया पाकिस्तान is going to happen through people. देखिए ये जो स्ट्रक्चर है ये कोई एक्चुअली इट्स नॉट समथिंग दैट्स इन्वेंटेड बाय मी और एनीवन एल्स हियर. This is a mechanism that has existed in lots of other countries. It's been very successful in lots of other countries, where basically there is a setup outside the government. It's not for profit. So that's a very important component that, again, there's been a lot of misinformation floating around. And when we say Section 42, it's very important to understand it's a not for profit. So nobody on the board has anything to gain. No, and anybody who's on the board of a not-for-profit will be able to tell you that कि उसमें कोई financial gain है नहीं. तो as a first principle, conflict का मतलब ये होता है कि किसी एक इंसान का gain हो, conflict of interest का. तो board members का तो कोई gain है ही नहीं financial because of the fact that this is a not-for-profit Section 42 company governed and governed under SECP. And by the way, SECP की regulations, again, anybody who has ever registered a company, anyone who has ever registered a Section 42 company or has ever dealt with it, you know that there are very, very specific, very stringent, rules and corporate governance का code जो यहाँ पे जरूरी है SECP के साथ. अच्छा, अब इसकी थोड़ी सी बात करें कि इसका mechanism क्या है. Mechanism ये है कि this foundation, and I'd also encourage you to please talk to, so foundation जब operational होगी, जब वो चलनी शुरू होगी, तो please engage them so that you can understand. देखिए मैं board पे हूँ, I'm not involved in the day-to-day running. I will not be involved in the day-to-day running of the foundation. The idea is this foundation will go and help attract donor funding from international international donors of sort of names that we want to bring into Pakistan. So ये भी एक बड़ी misconception है कि oh my god ये इधर से पैसे लेंगे इधर से पैसे लेंगे. The idea is not to take any money from the government of Pakistan, not to bid on any contracts that are related to the government of Pakistan. It is to actually provide free services, resources, people to the government of Pakistan. It is a one-way street this way. अच्छा, अब इसकी थोड़ी सी बात, because this is an important question and I want to be very clear on a number of factors. देखें, because ये SECP के through governed है और because anybody here, anybody who has ever applied for grants, this is the other big thing. There are no loans involved. We have to, if we are going to set things up for our next generation, we have to move away from loans. Otherwise, हम मतलब समझे गड़े से करते जा रहे हैं under loans that we take from organizations, like the ones that you're aware of. So we have to, the pool of grants available internationally is billions of dollars. Pakistan does not get a very large percentage of that. So एक पाए को हम इस वक्त छोटा सा पाए लोगों को नजर आ रहा है. What we are trying to say here is that the pie for international grants is massive. We need to attract more of that into the country for the country's benefit. तो उसके अंदर एक फाउंडेशन 10 फाउंडेशन, मैं तो कहती हूँ कि भाई लोग प्लीज और इस तरह की चीजें करें. This is not a one size fits all. This is about bringing in grants again, and I will say grants that are helpful for Pakistan. अच्छा, दोबारा और है, any of these international donors, any of these international grant organizations have themselves very, very stringent rules. And when they give anybody money, they themselves have very stringent mechanisms for auditing, etc. अच्छा, this foundation itself, इसकी एक तो अपनी internal audit और finance committee होगी, number one, तो वो जो खुद करेगी, plus this foundation will get an internationally reputed external audit firm as well. Because again, these are all things, these are records that should be made available to the public, because इसमें कुछ छुपाने की चीज ही नहीं है ना. तो you have to, एक तो audits के वो हैं जो आपके donors आपके ऊपर डालेंगे, वो audits वो हैं जो SECP की requirement है, और फिर खुद foundation, again, अगर आपने एक world class level पे operate करना है, तो you have to put those stringent controls in place yourself. Board की बात करें, board के ऊपर भी there's been a lot of conversation. The board is meant to have about 9 to 11 people. So these are all going to be independent, very highly reputable professionals.
We've lost you. Okay, I think her line has dropped, or
So outside the borders of
we
Pakistan,
lost you for
not just within Pakistan.
Tanya, we
And
lost
again,
you for a
the
second.
thing I'll call out, ये SCCP guidelines हैं. These are not guidelines that I have made up or anybody has made up. SCCP की guidelines state कि जो board होता है और जो executive इसकी management होती है completely separate है. Board की कोई compensation से day-to-day running से ताल्लुक नहीं है. जो executive management है उसकी, they are the ones who are compensated. They are the ones who are involved in the day-to-day. तो I think ये समझनी चीजें बहुत जरूरी हैं कि executive management जो इसकी होगी, जो इस वक्त exist ही नहीं करती other than a CEO which is required for when you register a company. इसकी requirement होती है. Otherwise तो अभी कोई executive management exist नहीं करती because there's no money in this company right now. So ये सब I think बड़ी important चीजें हैं to remember कि there's going to be no bidding of any contracts from the government. This foundation is not looking to get any money from the government or from the public sector. It's primarily going to be delivering for the public sector. So I think these distinctions are very, very important to call out.
Yes, but then people want to know why did
Sorry, Jahan, I think we may have lost you. You look frozen.
me? Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
जहां आवाज आ रही है आपको?
मुझे तो आ रही है.
जहां you're both audible to us. I think तानिया की तरफ से मसला है.
Tanya, everybody else can hear me. Can you hear me now?
जी, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but apparently you can't hear me.
I don't know if Akash, you or
Akash?
Sabika can hear me.
We can.
Yes, Tanya, we can hear you. Can you hear any of us?
No, she can't.
Let me try.
Yeah, I'll send her a message.
Maybe try WhatsApping her.
Hello? अच्छा, okay, I'll rejoin. Okay.
Somebody's told her.
अच्छा जी, मैं rejoin कर रही हूँ because I'm told कि मेरी तरफ से मसला आ रहा है, तो I'm just going to rejoin. Just give me one.
Okay, great.
Akash, she can't hear you anymore.
Yeah. So,
I
Jahan, I'm sure you have a.
We have a lot
Yeah,
of.
there's so many. I don't think we'll be able to take all of them, but you can try and take the major ones. We've been
So we
inundated
remember
with questions.
Akash, remember that we did send out a call for questions to be sent in by email, which I have, and I haven't even gone through those yet. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see how we can.
आवाज आ रही है जी?
Ji, bilkul aa rahi hai. Can you
Tanya,
hear us?
I actually thought you were frozen. I just got a call saying कि नहीं, बाकी सबकी आवाज आ रही है, आपकी आवाज खत्म हो गई है.
Okay. So one of the questions that has come in is, why did you have to be the chairperson, or why did you even need to be on the board? Because if it's going to independently operate, what's the purpose?
देखिए, जहाँ this is a
You know, you're not part of the management, you're not being paid, but your influence will still be there, right? So that is a question that is occurring to a lot of people, that why be the chairperson?
Yeah. So first of all, let's start from the fact that this model is a model that I, along with a number of people, as we were discussing how we solve this human resource problem, came up with. There is absolutely no legal reason for me not to be on the board. And again, if there is ever to be a legal reason for me not to be on the board, I'm very happy, and I've said this very openly before as well, I'm very happy to step off. तो इसमें कोई मतलब there is no question in my mind. देखिए, एक चीज अभी, this is something that is an infant. It has barely started. ना इसमें अभी पैसे हैं, ना इसके लोग hire हुए हैं, and it's been started for a very specific reason, as I mentioned. It's been started because we want to bring about innovation in the public sector. People generally do not come and work in government jobs in Pakistan. I think आपको पता ही है ये बात, and maybe I'm I don't want to be speaking on other people's behalf, but generally most people in Pakistan, particularly in the tech sector, either go work for large tech companies, they go abroad, they look for jobs within the sector. Most strong people will not come and work for the public sector. Now, if we have to solve the problem of actually bringing in talent that is focused and delivering for public sector in Pakistan, जो बहुत जरूरी है, अगर हम बाकी मुल्कों से अपने आप को compare करते हैं, we have to solve that problem. To solve that problem, we have to get creative about how it's going to happen. Trying to do things the old way is not going to work. So, as I said, I'm very, very happy. And I, by the way, have continued to take legal advice on this since the very beginning. When we set this up, एक तो SCCP के rules follow हुए थे. SCCP के हिसाब से कोई मसला ही नहीं है इसके अंदर. Government के अंदर, we're talking to the law ministry there as well. I've consulted with 3 independent, 1 law firm, in fact 2 independent law firms. And the reason we wanted to
Lost her again, right?
Yes.
I think the PM Secretariat needs to have their fixed. Oh, you're back.
Sorry, I think, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you keep disappearing on us.
Okay, I'm going to stop my video. Tell me if you think it's better.
Sure. Yeah, it's better now. I turned off mine as well, so if it's okay. Are you there, Tanya?
Gigi, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay, so one of the questions that's come in is, do you have any plans to consolidate various digital initiatives that are being undertaken by different departments of the government? Because there seem to be, everybody's confused about the fact that there seem to be 6 different people tackling more or less similar things, and that there is no synergy between any of them.
So I think it would be helpful to understand more specifics around what we mean by digital initiatives. We are, as far as we are concerned, we are, our mandate is to work with everybody. So if we can't do that, we're failing at our mandate.
So are you working with everybody in the government? For instance, the Ministry of IT, for instance, the National IT Board, the Pakistan Software Export Board, Ignite, all the various organizations, USF, because connectivity, as you said, is a big issue. Are you working with all of them?
Gee, the idea, Jahan, and absolutely, so let me give you an example of the past couple of months. So
Okay.
Past couple of months, NCOC ke andar, we all sit around the tables, particularly the National IT Board and us, we have been sitting literally next to each other during NCOC, working on COVID together. There are lots of things that we've done together. There are lots of things because there were so many things to do. There were lots of the things that हमने अलग किए हैं, उन्होंने अलग किए हैं. कुछ चीजें actually आ रही हैं that we have done absolutely together. Education के अंदर ऐसे काम हैं जो मैंने आपको digital portal की बात में करी थी. Those are things that we are absolutely working in collaboration with the National IT Board, with NTC. आपने Ministry of IT की बात की. I'm very closely engaged with Ministry of IT as well as with PTA on the social media regulations. उसके ऊपर काम हो रहा है. In fact, there, as you know, there are consultations going on right now. So I'm involved with that. So, I mean, there is even at the provincial level, and we are also working with the provincial IT boards, because again, the whole idea, if you're going to make progress and move things forward, you can't operate in silo in government. वो तो काम ही आगे नहीं बढ़ता अगर आप silo में काम करते हैं.
Okay, right. Yeah, because that was a question whether, whether nobody really knows who's in charge and who's in charge of what particular area, and whether everything is going to fall right through the middle.
So I think it's a good question. There are lots of there are specific areas around IT and telecom where the IT ministry absolutely is the lead, right? That falls within their mandate. The rules of business require that the IT ministry is in the lead. Now, does the IT ministry tap into us, into people like us to get our help? Absolutely. That's why we are here. So we are there to provide our input. We are there, if needed, to provide consultation. Absolutely. There are some areas that are brand new. So, when we start to talk about digital infrastructure, and, you've heard me talk about things like the Pakistan stack. When we talk about things like that, those are absolutely new areas where there may not be a lead, and where we have to define a very clear lead and define an execution plan and an implementation plan. उन चीजों पे हम अलग से काम कर रहे हैं to see कि उसका क्या structure बनाया जा सकता है. But I think that it's very unfortunate, and I want to say this really on the record, कि please इसको ऐसा ना समझें कि बहुत कोई लड़ाइयाँ हो रही हैं अंदर. ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. We sit together, we work together, we work together where we can. On certain things we don't, because there's separate things to do, and frankly there's so much work to do that we shouldn't even be worrying about कि यार ये मैंने करना है कि तुमने करना है. It should be कि यार काम इतना है, ये चीजें जाके एक बंदा करे, ये चीजें जाके दूसरा बंदा करे, ये चीजें जाके तीसरा बंदा करे. I mean, I said this yesterday to somewhere else that I was talking कि देखिए हम जैसे लोगों की सारी लाइफ टाइम भी लग जाएगी, and you need like thousands of people like us in the public sector. I'm just one person. I'm on my own. I'm not going to be able to get anything done.
Right. So now
I'm going to try turning my video on again, and please tell me if it's okay, and if it's not, then I'll turn it off again.
Yeah, it seems to be working. Let's hope it continues. So the next question is that you are getting access to a lot of data, and you need it in order to provide it for different government initiatives. Pakistan still doesn't have a data protection law. It's being worked on, and there are lots of problems with it, as I'm sure you've heard from multiple stakeholders. How are you going to guarantee, how is your foundation and also Digital Pakistan going to guarantee that these initiatives guarantee the data is protected and does not end up in the wrong hands? Have you disappeared again? Can't hear you.
Feedback on the draft, and through lots of.
Didn't hear anything. Can you start again, because you had frozen? Now, if you can start again and answer my question, please.
जी, अब आपको आवाज आ रही है?
अब आ रही है, बिल्कुल.
Acha, okay. So I'm going to keep my video off, Jahan, because I think I'm not sure what the problem is, but there's a situation with the connection. This is why we need to improve access and connectivity.
Okay. Yes.
So what I was saying was, okay, let's talk about this in two parts. First part is the actual law itself, and then the second part is making sure that it doesn't get into any sort of that it's accurately protected and doesn't get into wrong hands. So let's talk about law ke upar. What I will say is that we are very closely involved with the IT ministry in terms of both collecting feedback, passing feedback to them, and ensuring कि ये अभी तो आपको पता है this is a draft bill right now.
It is a draft, Tanya, but as happened with the cybercrime legislation, PICA,
yes,
multiple stakeholders should be involved. So whether that means business stakeholders, whether it means civil society, whether it means government, I think they need to get feedback from everybody before they even look at formalizing the draft. And that hasn't happened, unfortunately.
So you're absolutely right, Jahan. And let's, you mentioned the cybercrime law as well. So look, the bill was passed sort of before my time, in the sense that I have been involved since. And personally, we are huge proponents of ensuring that consultation, and by the way, consultation across all stakeholders, not just consultations with public.
Okay, we have lost you again. Let me try and get a message out to her. So apparently the internet in Islamabad is the problem, where I would have thought we would have the best internet connectivity.
Jahan, maybe you could also suggest her to join us from her cell phone.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Yes, and Jahan, please tell her that on Facebook Live, the screen goes blank if the video is off.
Okay.
Okay, trying again.
Okay. When your video is
where
off,
did you lose me?
Facebook stream goes blank. So I think
Okay.
if you keep your video on, maybe you can use your mobile phone. I'm hoping that
Okay.
the mobile.
Where did you lose me, Jahan? Did you get the point around the consultations and that they need to be multi-stakeholder?
Yeah, we got that.
Okay. So what I was saying there is that even for the social media rules, I think there is a reason why a multi-month long consultation process. And my request to everybody here would be that the only way to make these processes better in the government is to engage. Job engagement, because people are, and again, and this is something and by the way, I completely understand because I've been on the other side. लेकिन जब हम engage करने से पीछे हट जाते हैं और कहते हैं कि नहीं हम boycott करेंगे, तो वो that sends a signal कि यार हम तो आपको आगे हाथ बढ़ा रहे हैं, आप नहीं कर रहे. तो मेरी request ये है, please private sector से any groups involved, any companies involved, कि please engage because लेकिन we have to bring about change. Change इतनी आसानी से नहीं आएगा. तो engage करें, consultation processes. मैं अपने हिसाब से I can tell you that whatever I am able to do, I am doing, and I am going to continue to push. The same is going to be the case on data protection and data privacy as well. देखिए, I've been raised and been trained in a place where this is sort of fundamental. The whole idea behind Digital Pakistan, the whole idea behind setting up an entity like this foundation is so that we can start doing stuff indigenously for the country. We have to stop relying on foreign vendor contracts and like lock-ins. This has brought our public sector down. We have to build for Pakistan through Pakistanis, through Pakistani individuals, through Pakistani companies. And this is a no-brainer. I mean, you should know which, and if that's a doubt in anyone's mind, personally, मैं या Digital Pakistan इसमें किधर stand करता है, तो please let me dispel that myth. The whole premise of doing this is so that we get the public sector out of these international vendor lock-ins, which are a travesty that we have been in. These, you spend hundreds of millions of borrowed money from the World Bank on contracts with foreign companies who lock you in and then continue to extract value out of you over years. ये जब तक हम साइकिल को ब्रेक नहीं करेंगे तो हम we can't move forward. और वो उसमें फंस जाते हैं, जब पैसे रन आउट हो जाते हैं तो जी that stuff, those systems go out of the window, they become obsolete. And so you will go in the public sector and see that there are obsolete systems running. There are still hundreds of millions of dollars being spent of borrowed money on buying systems that are 10 years old. That's the whole idea. We've been slightly going back here. So hosting data locally, making sure we have the right laws in place. This is fundamental to the vision of Digital Pakistan. So please know that I am going to push and I will be involved. I may not do it very publicly and openly, but that's what my existence is here for.
Okay, can you tell us, Tanya, what are the exact deliverables that you see for yourself for Digital Pakistan? What are the deliverables and how far are we ahead on those, and how do you see it panning out? Is it to digitize government services, government to citizen services? There's a gentleman named Sadiq who's asking, why can the 4 million vehicle owners not pay their yearly vehicle tax through phone money transfer system instead of going to all these various offices? The 7 million national saving investors who have to go to these offices for their profits and all of that. 60% of all Pakistani newborns are not registered. Are these things that you're tackling?
देखिए जहाँ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द 5 पिलर्स एंड लेट्स टॉक अबाउट उसमें गोल्स क्या हैं और उसमें स्पेसिफिकली डिजिटल पाकिस्तान किन गोल्स पे डिलीवर करेगा और बाकी के स्टेक होल्डर्स किन गोल्स पे डिलीवर करेंगे. देखिए इफ आई वाज सेइंग कि डिजिटल पाकिस्तान की जो टीम और जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो सब कुछ करेगी, तो आई कैन टेल यू दैट दैट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. अब स्पेसिफिक चीजों में आपके स्पेसिफिक स्टेक होल्डर्स है, उनमें डिजिटल पाकिस्तान का स्पेसिफिक रोल होगा. एक्सेस एंड कनेक्टिविटी में क्लियरली आईटी मिनिस्ट्री इज द लीड. Digital Pakistan will absolutely play a role with the private sector, with the IT ministry, with PTA, and we are already doing that. Goal is very, very clear in my head. Our penetration stands at about right here, right now. We're at 35%. If we don't get to 70, 75% in the next 3 to 4 years, not only does this market and the country become unattractive for further investment from our telecom operators, we are basically keeping Pakistanis in the stone ages if we can't connect them. So the goal there is it's very simple. That's the goal. Do I have direct ownership of it? No, that's the IT ministry. However, I'm working very closely with that. इसी तरह हर पिलर में there are specific. अब digital infrastructure की जब आप बात करती हैं ना, तो digital infrastructure के अंदर again multiple stakeholders involved हैं. There are some things that already have owners like Nadra. Digital identity is owned by Nadra. The State Bank currently owns the micropayment gateway. The micropayment gateway, however, has not been built yet. So that has to be done. So now, however, how do all of these things become interconnected, right? How do we get to a point where all of these layers actually come together to create a stack? Those are areas that Digital Pakistan will absolutely own and Digital Pakistan will absolutely drive. So because again, those things aren't defined in any one organization's mandate. E-government is very clearly in the mandate of the provincial IT boards for the provinces and for the national IT board for ICT, Islamabad Capital Territory, and federal bodies. They are the clear delivery arms for the question that the gentleman just asked. तो उनका जो क्वेश्चन था वो वेरी क्लियरली था सिटीजन सर्विसेज के ऊपर और गवर्नमेंट की डिजिटाइजेशन के ऊपर. ये बहुत क्लियर मैंडेट है आईटी बोर्ड्स का. सेम थिंग व्हेन यू गेट इनटू थिंग्स लाइक skilling and literacy. Again, there are some areas that nobody is working on. We will pick those areas up and we will drive them. There are some areas where there is clear ownership like HEC, like Ministry of Education. In those cases, we will work with them like we are, as I mentioned, in terms of, अभी मैंने आपको जो education ministry का example दिया था. Again, same thing with innovation and entrepreneurship. There are organizations like Ignite that have a very clear mandate on certain things. There are lots of other areas where all of us need to be selling Pakistan and Pakistan's attractiveness as an investment, opportunity. Will we play a role in it? Absolutely. Will you see Digital Pakistan going and trying to sell Pakistan internationally as an attractive investment opportunity? Yes, absolutely, we will do that. So I think each of these has very specific stakeholders that we'll work with and very specific KPIs. I think one thing that I'm taking away from your question and which we should do is that we should start to publish these.
Yes.
We should start to publish these very clearly and we should say, look, these things are going to be delivered by Digital Pakistan itself as an entity. These things are set up as goals where we can provide some monitoring and we can provide some coordination. So it's a very, very legitimate feedback and actually was absolutely part of the plans that sort of got slightly pushed because of the last few months of COVID. But I think we need to get it back on track.
So Tanya, from what we've discussed so far, my concern, and I think the concern of a lot of the people who are participating in this discussion by throwing a lot of questions, which by the way, I will send to you in case you can have answers to them and we can maybe provide a blog later on to deal with it, is that even though your intent, your vision is a very good one, but if so many different parties, whether it's the provincial IT boards, whether it is the national IT board, it's the ministry, if everybody has a stake in all of these things, it's only if everybody works together that it's going to result in a digital Pakistan. It's not going to happen just because Tanya has set herself a mission to make it a digital Pakistan. And what we are all fearful of is that that is not being done. Whether it's connectivity, whether it's education, all of these things need to be tackled.
Yeah.
And if they're not, then this will just be a pipe dream that will end up nowhere. So when you go outside and you say to people that Pakistan is headed in this direction, can you really say it?
देखिए, जहाँ I will say, I'll say one thing. You know, when I started on this journey, I didn't expect कि on day one everybody will start working together. और ये, by the way, ये खाली government के अंदर नहीं होता, ये even when you कहीं पे भी आप नई जगह पे जब शुरू करते हैं, कहीं पे भी कंपनीज में, प्राइवेट सेक्टर में भी ये होता है कि आपको एज एन इंडिविजुअल अपनी क्रेडिबिलिटी बिल्ड करनी पड़ती है, आपको अलायंसेस फॉर्म करनी पड़ती हैं, और होता ये है कि जब आप वैल्यू शो करना शुरू करते हैं ना, तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो यू नो अट्रैक्शन एक होने, बिकॉज यू नो गुड पीपल अट्रैक्ट गुड पीपल, गुड वर्क अट्रैक्ट्स मोर गुड वर्क. सो वी आर इन अ पीरियड.
Okay. I think she's gone again.
So again, my request is कि थोड़ा सा time दें, alliances build करने में, relationships form करने में time लगता है. You know, काम को शुरू करके दिखाने में थोड़ा सा time लगता है. COVID has thrown us off in many ways. It's also given us new opportunities. So, you know, do I feel like everybody is absolutely working together? No, we're not. Because there is absolute room for improvement. But are there pockets where there is good work happening and people have started coming together? Yes, they have. And we need to continue working on that. And they can, public sector may change with time lagta hai. And it will take us time. It's, you know, reform does not happen overnight. Transformation does not happen overnight. So, you know, please, I'll say, look, please keep the channels of feedback open. I wish that, first of all, I wish my internet connection had not decided to play up during this time, but I also wish that I could have had a sort of more open dialogue where people are coming up, and maybe we should plan for that the next time around, because, you know, when you hear questions from people directly, uska ek bahut hota hai, face to face to kam ho gaya unfortunately ab, lekin, you know, to whatever extent we can make it more interactive, we should. But they can please know कि कोशिश कर रहे हैं and कोशिश करते रहेंगे. And मैं आपकी request ये करूँगी कि we need lots more people to come in and try. We are
going to be, that's one of the questions that is coming through from lots of people. How can they reach out to you if they want to help? How can they reach out to you if they want to make any suggestions on how this could be smoother? Is there anywhere where they can contact you?
Yeah. So the few ways to contact me are, first of all, I try very hard to make myself accessible. It's not always possible. But आप Twitter पे मुझे direct message कर दें. You know, those of you who are in Islamabad, you know, please like reach out to my PSO. I'm happy to try and do meetings. I do a lot of meetings every week with people from the private sector. Otherwise, मुझे email करें. There is an email address that I've published. It's available on my profile. Also, you know, once this foundation is set up, I would say
what the email address is so that we can just announce it right now.
Yeah, it's digitalpakistan@pmo.gov.pk.
Okay, digitalpakistan@pmo.gov.pk.
Yeah.
For all those who've been wanting to know how to connect.
Yeah. And then the other thing I would say is look, the whole idea of setting up this foundation is to, you know, for talented Pakistanis, wherever they are in the world or whether they're in Pakistan, to come and contribute to this mission of building for the public sector. बहुत कम ऐसी organizations हैं जहाँ पे building हो रही है, actual building public sector के लिए हो रही है. तो my request would be कि please, once this organization is set up, please reach out. There will be a proper process. There will be a very transparent process for how hiring is done. There will be roles published. This is, you know, this is exactly the sort of thing where we want talented people to come in and contribute and also, you know, get compensated at market level. So ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा challenge होता है कि people say कि यार government में जाएंगे तो हमें तो मतलब पे कट लेना पड़ेगा. बहुत है, these are very real challenges that people have. You need to compensate people at market level salaries. So that's the reason, that's the way you're going to get the best people to come up and get the best minds thinking about the public sector challenges.
Okay. So you remember when we met in Singapore before you came down here to take up this position? Are you regretting it? There are also some people, is it as much fun working in the government as you thought it would be? And also there are a lot of people who are spreading rumors saying Tanya's had it, she's going to now drop out as quickly as she dropped in. Any truth to that?
Jahan, I am so privileged to be here. I feel so privileged to have been given the opportunity to do this. I am absolutely, मैं आपको categorically ये बात कह सकती हूँ कि इसमें zero truth है. I am here for, to do everything that I've just talked about. My entire family is here. So it's not just that I have come and I have burnt my boats. I have come here. We are settled in Islamabad now. Of course, COVID है तो जरा अजीब situation है COVID की वजह से. That's why you're not seeing me out and about. But absolutely, there is इसके अंदर तो देखिए, I have never felt this. मैं frustrate होती हूँ जरूर. हर बंदा frustrate होता है हर चीज के अंदर. I have never felt this level of satisfaction in sort of, feeling like I am in the right place doing what I was meant to be doing. So there is no doubt in my mind. There is zero regret. मैं आपको categorically इसलिए कह रही हूँ because I've been hearing मुझे journalist ने message किया in the last few days कि हमने सुना आपने resign कर दिया है. Absolutely not. मेरी ना कोई intent है, अभी तुम शुरू भी नहीं किया काम, तो हम resign कैसे कर सकते हैं? तो please, I'll reiterate. Look, I'm here.
Have we lost her again? Obviously, we need to make sure she gets
full time or otherwise.
We lost you there for about 10 seconds. So if you can repeat what you just said.
No, I said I have zero intent of leaving. I am very much here to stay, and I want your help and your guidance. It's not going to happen with me alone. It's going to happen with thousands of us coming together.
Absolutely. So have fun while you're doing this. I know it can't be easy. And I think anybody who can support the initiatives, correct you when they feel you're wrong. But these controversies, I think, are not helping. Possibly we can all sort of get together and make things happen. You've given your email address. Anybody who wants to support Digital Pakistan initiative, please get in touch. You may not hear back right away because I'm sure there are going to be dozens. There are about 600 people who've been watching on Facebook alone. And on Zoom, we've had over 100 people here. So if everybody decides now to send an email, I think there's no way humanly possible you can attend to them. But those that you feel are relevant and if your team can sort them out, please do reach out, because I've heard from whether it's startups or tech companies or even other individuals, people in the banking sector, people in the business sector. I think they understand that the core objective is a good one. They may disagree with you on certain things, and I'm sure you're open to suggestions. So everybody, please reach out, try and help. And Tanya, if you can make it a little more transparent by having your team put up what basically your deliverables are going to be and when you expect to reach them and what you need to achieve them. Maybe then people can plug into some of those things instead of saying, we just want to help you, because that's just God.
Very fair feedback, Jahan.
We can do this again with maybe people asking questions. I think most of the questions have been very decently phrased. I must admit, I thought they would get very political and we would have to, manage them, but everybody has been very decent, very correct in the way that they have phrased these questions. And I'm really very, very proud of the way our ecosystem has handled this. And I'll send you all the questions that came through together with the names of the people who've sent them. And perhaps we can, you know, you can respond to some of them that you feel are the most important ones.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for continuing to support. And please, look, I mean, you know, I'll say this again. We need help in, you know, in whatever shape or form. And will we do everything right? No, of course not. There will be certain things that we'll get wrong, but on the, you know, for the most part, there is a hunger to try and do something for this country, to really give it the place that it deserves on the global stage. And I think we can do it. We all know we're all in this sector because we believe in the talent and we believe in the opportunity. So let's go at it together and let's stay at it. And yes, controversies aayengi, jayengi, you know, that's unfortunately part of being in public service. And I'm always going to be available to answer questions in forums like these. Please know that, you know, when your intentions are clear, you have no reason to go hide behind anything. So you'll always, you know, find me available and open to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you very much, Tanya. And we'll reach out to you again and perhaps have another session where we can have people actually come in and ask their own questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And reach out to us if you need any help from the Nest or from Pasha. We are available.
Will do. Thank you so much. Khud Hafiz.
Thank you. Khud Hafiz.